Alrighty, bring out the 07s. It's time to go live on Twitch. My name is Captain Richard. We're live at twitch.tv/Captain Richard, where today we're going to talk about a number of things before getting into the new No Man's Sky update, Beacon.
Stupid horse penis.
Had some bacon today. I also had a little bit of fried SHP as well. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Myopic. Welcome, Matt. Hello, SideQuest and PK and T-Jax and Droganus and Joust and Nerf Herder and Zybok and Citizen Steve. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry about that. Had a late lunch. I usually try to eat lunch as close as I can to the beginning of the stream so I don't get hungry by the end of it. No, I'm still hungry, but a little less. So, welcome, Alcinor. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Hopefully your better half is doing even better. Yeah. So, all right, well, yeah, today is going to be kind of a little bit of a mashup of a few different things. We're going to talk a little bit about the imminent launch of Dune Awakening Early Access, which starts at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern tomorrow. And then we're just going to talk about a few server things and some other goodies. They did announce that there were going to be Twitch drops for Dune Awakening starting tomorrow. It's nice that they're not waiting for launch day.
In the box?
What is in the box exactly? What's in Sony's box? Yeah, they're going to let us know in today's State of Play, which starts here in about an hour and 45 minutes, I think. Or maybe an hour. No. Yes? No. What time does it start? Does it start at 5? 2 p.m. Oh, yeah, it's at 5. So, it's not an hour and 45 minutes. It's in 45 minutes already. Yeah, so, Dune Awakening preload is available for those of you who have already pre-ordered the game, the Deluxe or Ultimate Edition, courtesy of Funcom. I received a copy of the Ultimate Edition earlier today, so thank you, Funcom, for that, for a review stream or two. Yeah, I'm loaded. Preloaded, too. Yeah, preloaded is what I usually do before going to any major event. Maybe, sometimes. But yeah, and then we are going to watch the Sony State of Play. This is just a broadcast about news and updates about games coming to PlayStation. I did just get myself a PlayStation 5 Pro, which I haven't actually used yet. I've had a lack of free time as of recent. Sorry, not now. It's 44 minutes. Thank you. All right. You know, so SideQuest, I'm not sure if Twitch is going to have any kind of on-screen alerts, but as you can see, it actually doesn't show up in chat. I guess only I can see it. Yeah, it'd be nice to wait. Actually, maybe SideQuest, can you tell me, does there anything? I can't see my own Twitch channel. I mean, I could, but I just don't. It did show up on the stream in the lower corner. Okay, because I can't see that. Because of the way of I have my streaming software on one side, and then I have like the Twitch chat and the Twitch preview monitor and other software on the other side, so I can't actually see it. Interesting. For the LED Pro, there is a really cool LED logo kit. Oh, really? Oh, okay, Formula. I bought a PSVR 2 to go along with it, you know, the PlayStation virtual reality headset. My primary thing that I use PlayStations for is for the basis of my racing sim rig. Now, I use a PC with it as well, but I really like the Gran Turismo series. I kind of grew up on the Gran Turismo series, so to speak. I demand a refund. Yeah, see, I can't, yeah, so SideQuest, I appreciate that, but I actually can't see it. Interesting. I can see that you did it in my chat, but I can't see it on the screen. Oh man, hold on. And hopefully I'm not getting like hay fever again or something. Yeah, my nose has been a little bit stuffy. Okay, well, yeah, so again, we've only got about 44 minutes, maybe 43 and a half minutes before we jump into the Sony State of Play. And again, there were a few things that I wanted to chat with you all about prior to then. I got some new trailers for No Man's Sky, and of course the State of Play is coming up here in just a bit. But yeah, so tomorrow, finally, hold on, so we can pull this up here. Yeah, tomorrow, Dune Awakening goes, it launches for early access. The official launch is not until the 10th, but those who got the Deluxe or Ultimate Editions will get 5 days of early access, and that starts tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I think a lot of us have been waiting for that, giant worms and the like. Hello, Kiri. Hello. Prune Awakening, sure. So yeah, so the plan is I am doing the early access period for sure. Some folks in the mod squad are, and I can only guess some of you are. One of the things that I've been trying to do is coordinate with other content creators. Some folks that I know are kind of live when I'm live, and see if we can get into the same world, if not maybe the same server or siege as it's called. So yeah, we'll have to see. But I was trying to coordinate with that, or coordinate with them, sort of, you know, considering tomorrow is the day. Yeah, so yeah, I was talking with you know, Verity and Quite the Mike and None Good Left, and of course Hankin, and I think Ginger Bomb just joined in. and some other goodies. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna play a Pac-Man-based soundworm. I mean, sandworm. Yes, soundworm. Pac-Man-based worming type stuff. Yeah, that's. I think what I might do tomorrow is I might just jump into a worm's mouth just to get it over with. Solid Control, thank you for the 44 months. Thank you for that. 44. An earworm. Yeah, my last girlfriend left me for a giant worm, says Nerfer. Maybe she's into, I don't know, strange, long, creepy things. Delicious. So, but yeah, anyways, if you hadn't seen, they did actually announce the all the server information, plus you can preload the game if you do have the early access. So, it says here, greetings sleepers. The preload for Dune Awakening is now available on Steam, regardless of edition. Whether you start on the June 5th Head Start or June 10th full launch, you can be ready to hit the sand running. We recommend running because the worm's coming. Yeah, worm sign. In addition, the list of servers and worlds, the list of servers and worlds is here for you to peruse if you want to get organized with your friends, which is, yeah, kind of what we're trying to do. As a quick reminder, a world consists of several servers, which all share the same deep desert and social hubs. Each server has its own persistent Haga basin. You can visit a friend on any server within your world, but can only establish your own base on your home server. So that's pretty cool. Here are the list of Head Start worlds and servers available in each region. Please note that we will be monitoring the player population closely and will add more worlds and or servers as necessary. Life will find a way at 10 a.m. Will it? Maybe. Mini Flame says, I have no friends, so co-op games usually a no-go for me. Well, you can play this game single player. In fact, like I said, this game, it is a multiplayer game, but I would argue that it's not really designed for multiplayer in the early stage. Like the first, I guess you could say, third of the game. And Haga Basin, a lot of that stuff, I did it with a group, and even with like a group of 5 people, it seemed like overkill for what you have to do in the starting area. But, of course, building goes faster, getting stuff available goes faster, so I guess we'll still try to have some kind of like mod squad mention, if you will. If not, maybe try to have like a cluster of buildings for our player group. Yeah, the Huactua Basin. So yeah, there are servers, worlds, or servers for Europe. North America is going to have 3 different ones. It's interesting because Funcom's not a U.S. company, but I guess they know a lot of U.S. players very interested. So there's going to be Central, West, and East. Although I'm technically on the East Coast, U.S. Central is, I believe, hosted out of Dallas. And then the U.S. East is hosted out of Washington, D.C., where I used to live. And they're almost equidistant, like 1,200 miles versus like 1,000 miles for me. So, an extra couple hundred miles won't matter too much. But yeah, they're doing Asia, Oceania, South America, and then each server, each one of these worlds are going to have a set of 20 servers per. So, yeah, so that's going to be, what is that? I can't remember how many total worlds there were. I did the math earlier. I think this supports up to like something like 64,000 players, but that's for early access launch. They are going to add more servers for the actual launch. The Cap Fap Shack, yeah, maybe. I will not spit on that thing as it's dry out and I needed all the moisture I can get. Right, yeah, spitting. I guess what was it in Dune lore? Spitting is supposed to be even like spitting at someone or spitting on someone is even more of an insult on Arrakis because it's someone wasting their water to show how much they dislike someone or something. So, I was talking about Glacier. I was talking about the whole world, like all of them, not just the U.S. I'm talking about the whole thing. I think I did the math earlier. God, what was it? I thought it was, is it 64,000? I don't know. I'd have to probably do the math again, but, yeah, I meant like all of them. And again, that's just for early access. So, this is just the list of the Head Start. Yeah, they're calling it, early access Head Start, what have you. But, so yeah, this is tentative to change, but after talking with some of the other content creators out there and the mod squad, I think we are going to be playing on US Central. We're going to be on the Limbo server, and then we are going to, or world. I guess it's the region world server. So we're going to be in the North America region, US Central world, and like Limbo, and then we're probably going to be on Nadir. That's the one we kind of worked out. So if you feel like trying to join that one, the ping is not too awful for you for whatever reason. Let's see. Spitting is not an insult, but a gift. Oh yeah. Well, I can't remember. I remember that was a thing, wasn't it? I guess I can't remember if it was supposed to be. Yeah, if it was like a sense of like a thing of respect. I guess I thought it was like what was it that if you spit on somebody it was still an insult, but if you spit near them it was like a sign of respect. I can't remember. I haven't read the books in a long time. Spitting on the ground is a sign of respect as you're giving up your water willingly. But yeah, I thought there was a thing where like spitting on someone was supposed to be even more insulting. Oh, no, either way, maybe I got it backwards. Okay. But, yeah, so feel free to hack to all over the place if you would like. Does anyone know if Dune player names are game unique or only server unique? Yeah, that's actually a very, very good question. Hopefully I'll be able to get my handle. Unless they just go by your Steam handle, which is annoying for me because I couldn't get my actual gaming name on, gaming streaming name on Steam. I just had to go with like an alternate name. Paul cries for the dead. Fremen, he kills, and it is seen as respect for the dead. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, what if you spit in each other's mouths? Oh. Kinky. So, all right. Anyways, but yeah, that's. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna plan on. If that changes, I'll be sure to let people know as soon as I can. But yeah, we're gonna be on U.S. Central. We're gonna be on World Limbo, and we are going to be in Siege Nadir, which, if I believe, when we looked up the dictionary description, it says the lowest point possible for a person or company's success. So, yeah, that's a great place to start. Yeah. As I recall, you get to choose your name. I hope that's the case. I mean, I played both the press beta weekend and the open beta weekend, and I still can't remember. There's just been a lot of stuff's been going on since then. So hopefully I'll be able to get my name. It's like, well, if I can't get my name, well, I'll try different servers. Maybe it's per world, but hopefully, I mean, as soon as the game, I'm not gonna go live at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern tomorrow. I'm just not. I'm gonna try to shoot for noon my time. At the latest, probably 2 p.m. my time. So I'll go live up to 4 hours earlier. But yeah, I'm not gonna be live on Twitch at 10 a.m. I'm sorry, I'm just not that much of a morning person. Tough life, right? Roll out of bed 9 a.m. 9:30. It's like yeah, I just don't feel like streaming right after waking up at 9 a.m. So yeah, I'll probably go live at maybe like noon U.S. Eastern or at the latest 2 p.m. So we'll see. Depends on how tomorrow morning goes. Like I can't drink coffee anymore, so I don't get that fun kick in the morning, kick in the face. All right, so yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. Also, we know what the Twitch drops are going to be. So this is going to be kind of interesting. You'd think most Twitch drops are decorative items or outfits you can wear, but this time around they're actually giving people building components. Yeah, they're giving people individual building components that you can use. Let's see. Well, that's me done for the day. Keep Camera Shirt weird, chat, and mods. All right, very good. Many flames. Hopefully you have a restful evening and maybe catch some sleep. Yeah. I have a better time, not so early. I know, that's what I'm saying. Because, I mean, some people go live on Twitch at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what, why? Why would you do that? But then again, yeah, it is, from what I've read and everything I've looked at, it is better if you're in the US to stream in the mornings versus the afternoons, because that means you catch more of the, European and Western Asia audience, if that makes sense. Let's see. What are you do if the server is full? Wait for the queue. I guess wait in a queue. Again, we'll have to see how bad the queues get tomorrow. Old Marine Gunny says, and some people have to work. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, that's just me personally. I'm just not going to be live at 10 a.m. because that's when, 10 a.m. my time, U.S. Eastern time, that's when the game goes live. I will probably log in at that time to hopefully, reserve my name and maybe some other stuff. But, yeah, I'm just not going to be live that early. You'd get me being like this. It's like, hey guys, how's it going? I haven't had breakfast yet, but that's okay. Yeah, I guess Dune today. I've never been ever since I was a kid, I've never been a morning person. It's just sometimes you just know. Posture check. I don't know, I'm pretty good about sitting upright. I have this really fantastic Herman Miller Embody a gaming chair or office or whatever you want to call it, and so it kind of forces you to sit correctly. I mean, I don't slouch. I really don't slouch. I kind of learned good habits after, and I'll tell you what that was from. I got into a very bad car accident, and one of the things that my chiropractor told me, he was like, if you are used to slouching in your chair, you will need to stop if you ever want your back to heal properly. So yeah, it kind of got me sitting, like when I sit, I mean, sometimes I'll like lean in to look at stuff, but yeah, generally speaking, I don't really have that bad a posture, because I used to have, pretty severe back pain. because I had a car accident. That was not good. Old Marine Gunny says, I start work at 6:30 every day. I had a 6 a.m. job for the better part of 2 years. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and I wanted to hang myself with my tie before I got to the office. Yeah, it's 6 a.m., and nobody was there. The place was a ghost town, but they just wanted somebody there. They wanted full coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's like, I kept asking my manager, like, look, nobody shows up here until at least 7:30. And she's like, well, good. That means you'll be ready to go by then. It's like, but God, but nobody's here. And she was like, nope, we need coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So yeah, maybe I can get my drops. Yeah, I'm sure Tangent's going to go live at probably like 5 a.m. Oh, maybe not that early, but yeah, I'll probably get my drops on his channel, so that way I'll be ready for using them on my channel when I start streaming. Let's see. Handsome Strimma and chat. Oh, Ollie. Thank you for that. Rad bliss. Elmer Gunny says, but I get off at 3. Yeah, I mean, that's how it worked. It's like, yeah, I would get to work at 6 a.m., do nothing for an hour to an hour and a half, except maybe a little bit of prep, depending on what we were doing for the day. You know, sit there and just wish I was not awake. And then, yeah, but I'd leave. And sometimes, you know how that goes. I'm sure anybody knows this. It's like, if you get there early, that sucks, but you get to leave. And sometimes it's like, oh, crap, this stuff is on fire. We got a lot of problems. It's like, yeah, that's terrible. See you tomorrow. It's like, well, you could stick around for another 30 minutes, give us a hand with this. It's like, you're right, I could. I'll see you tomorrow, unless it was some kind of dire, really urgent need. Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, that's, yeah, remember, it's work to live, not live to work. I'm out of here. And yeah, some days, I remember one of my coworkers, a guy named Juan, he'd be like, some days I actually think about wanting to swap shifts with you, because it must be nice to be able to leave at 3 p.m., even when, like, the poop has hit the fan super bad. And it's like, yeah, let me know if you want to trade. I actually did get one guy to trade with me, because I worked at this place for about 2.5 years, and I got one guy to trade with me he lasted 6 months before he quit. It was just making him miserable. One guy we hired that was going to take over the morning shift, he didn't last 2 weeks. He just was, he did not last 2 weeks. And it's funny too, because I remember, I still remember my coworker, his name was Alan, I think Alan Gibson. And I told him when I put in my 2 weeks notice, he was just like, no, you got to stay, man, because he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming because they had just hired another new person, and if I left, that mean he was gonna have to shift to 6 a.m. He's like, nah, bro, nah, you can't leave. You got to stay around. It's like, I'm sorry, man, I got a different opportunity. He's like, nah, dude, you really have to stay, because I just saw the fear in his eyes when the manager's like, okay, it's like, hold on, it's like, Alan, can you come to my office, please? Thank you. And then sitting that person down, like, hey, man, we need you to take over the morning shift. We need you to be here at 6 a.m. because it really is life-ruining, man. It sucks. Woo. That's why I follow your stream, Cap. I'm not up early. Oh, okay, yeah, me neither. Jgrin works from 6:30 to 3 p.m. I always preferred going in early. Yeah, some people like that. We had like a team manager at one point, and he loved getting in early. He would get in at something like 5:30 a.m. and go to the company gym, work out, take a shower, and then be at his desk, by like 6:30. He's like, oh yeah, I love coming in early. There's nobody here, there's no traffic, and then you get to leave early. But it's just like, if you're just not a morning person, like naturally a morning person, it's miserable. I quite literally started drinking beer on the way to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, mostly because I had a lot of leftover beer from some shindig, but I was like, yeah, just like a beer a day. As soon as I'd be like, 5 a.m. All right, man. I wasn't driving to work at that time. I was taking the subway and then a bus. And I'd just be like, you know what? I'm walking to the metro station. I'm just going to drink a beer, and there's nobody around, and I would just throw the can in the dumpster and then get on the subway. Yeah, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. Or 5 or 5:30, something like that. So, yeah, and I was like, well, this makes it a little more tolerable. But then after I went through like a 30-pack of beer, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that anymore. So yeah. I'm at work 6:15 a.m. because my first bus doesn't go before 5:50 from home. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you have morning people and you have night owls, and somewhere in between. But for the longest time growing up, I was just never a morning person. It's just, and it's weird too, because sometimes I'll be really tired during the day, but as soon as nighttime hits, it's weird. I get like this second wind where I'm like, yeah, okay, it's dark now. Yeah, I feel like I could go get stuff done. Morning beers are great when you're on vacation. Yeah, I guess there's no bad time for it. But yeah, to be fair, the only reason why I was able to do that was because I didn't have to drive to work. I was taking the metro. Washington D.C. has a fairly robust metro system, or I'm sorry, subway system. We call it the metro, but it's a subway system. So I was just taking the subway to work. So yeah, I've always been a night person. Always been that way. What times are servers supposed to start? 7 a.m. It is supposed to be 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then that would be 3 p.m. Universal time and 4 p.m. European time. And probably, I think it's already live in Australia right now. It's Australia time, whatever that is. How about a morning sauna beer? You know, I knew this guy whose parents are so rich. They had a jacuzzi, I think a jacuzzi and a sauna in their bedroom, or like in their bathroom. These, I mean, they were like multimillionaires, but his parents' bedroom it was a big bedroom, and that their bathroom had, you know, like 2 sinks, a toilet, a shower, but it also had a jacuzzi and a sauna in there. And then from his parents' bedroom, there was a spiral iron staircase that led down to their swimming pool. I was like, well, that would not be bad. Yeah, you wake up, you know, you maybe go steam for a little bit, and then you grab a beer and go sit at the pool, all in your own home. That's funny. I was looking at houses today. Last night. For whatever reason, I'm renting a place right now, and I thought to myself, man, it'd be kind of nice if I could afford to rent a place with a pool. You know, nice hot Florida summer, go jump in the pool. And I was like, yep. All of these places are out of my price range. So yeah, I just kind of in a small place with small yard, no pool. But hey, it works on a streamer budget, so that's great. I've worked 3 years. I've worked 3 years from 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. and that sucked hard. Had 4 hours sleep twice a day. 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. Oh, you mean 3 a.m. to 12 p.m.? Because 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. that would be an extremely long amount of time to be at the job. Because God, what is that? I can't even do the math. That's what 12. 47, carry the 3, a lot of hours. Yeah. Laker Coin says, I have a feeling the number of servers won't be enough. Yeah, they did say, though. Let's see. I mean, it does say right here, please note that we will be monitoring the player population closely and will add more worlds and servers as necessary. And again, this is only the server list for the early access period, not for the actual launch. I'm assuming they're going to have a lot more servers and worlds available, or probably worlds and servers for launch day. Oh my gosh, I got the burps. I had another turkey burger for lunch today. I don't know, they give me the burps sometimes. Get one of those kiddie pool thingies, just enough to keep your junk cool. I actually did have one of those, Owie. I had one for a pet. I had a water dragon. That's a true story. I've had a few pet lizards since I moved to Florida, and for whatever reason, each one of them never fared very well. Not through lack of trying, but yeah. So I had... there was just some folks that were giving up, they said they had too many pets and had to give up a pet. So I had for a while before it escaped, a pet water dragon. So some people, it's what is it, Chinese? They're called Chinese water dragons, and they're reasonably docile. It's that's a male. Females aren't as spiky. But they're reasonably docile. But yeah, the one I had, it would kind of hang out with me and just chill out. Sometimes it would try to jump off my shoulder and like run around the room looking for places to hide. But it was a water dragon. But the thing is that it's weird to say, but they're like aquatic lizards. They really like being in the water. They're used to like hunting in the water and so other things. So they recommended, either if you can't afford to get a really big, nice enclosure, then what you can do is simply get like a little kiddie pool, put some rocks and stuff in there, or maybe just like a turtle stand or a lizard stand or whatever, and simply put it in the kiddie pool, and they like hanging out in there. So they could just dive in, give them a place to swim around, some place to hide. So I used to just do usually about once a day, I'd just bring it out there and let it hang out in the pool for about 30 minutes. and it liked it. But unfortunately, it escaped at one point, because what I did was, to make sure that when it was in there it couldn't escape, I actually created a cover for it that was like this, kind of like chicken wire fence kind of thing. So, and the squares, the holes in it were not big enough for this lizard to get through, because you could see they're not terribly small. It's not like having a chameleon or something. But I'd taken the chicken wire, and I had a couple chunks of it, and I wired it together. But this lizard somehow figured out a way to like pry the two gaps, to just pry the gap open just enough to be able to squeeze through and escape. And I looked for it, I couldn't find it. 3 months later, I told my neighbors, like, hey, I've got a big pet lizard that escaped its enclosure. If you happen to see it, let me know. 3 months later, I got a knock on the front door, and it was my next door neighbor from behind me. She says, hey, I think I found your lizard. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, kind of like about a foot-long green lizard. And I was like, oh, yeah. So sure enough, it didn't go very far. It was just in my neighbor's backyard, but found it. It looked a little malnourished, and it had developed a rather severe attitude problem. It was very snippy. It didn't want me to pick it up. I like picked it up once, and it was like trying to bite me and stuff. And it was never the same after that. So I ended up donating it to an animal rehabilitation center, like an exotic pet rehabilitation center. And they said, it's like, hey, if you do bring it to us, unfortunately, we can't give it back to you. And I was like, why is that? They're just like, it's likely that lizards don't really get rehabilitated. We just try to make them as comfortable as possible because they can't be released back into the wild because they're domesticated at that point. So I was like, all right. So that was a bit of a bummer. But yeah, this lizard, I mean, I must have sat out there just with it, for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was fine. And like the one time I just left it alone for, 10, 15 minutes, it somehow figured out a way to finagle its way through the wiring and escape. So, oh, it did not fare well. Yeah, it lost part of its tail, like the tip of its tail must have got caught on something, or maybe something bit it or something or whatever. Because I have possums in the neighborhood, I have raccoons in the neighborhood, I have armadillos in the neighborhood, there are hawks in the neighborhood, and I just figured it's like, all right, well, if it lives, great, but if not, it probably got eaten by something. But yeah, it had developed a rather severe personality shift, and got very snippy and hissy, and it just, I don't know, just. I decided to try to bring it to a rehabilitator. But I just haven't had a lot of good luck with pet lizards. I had a leopard gecko that only lasted about a year before it died. And like I said, not through miscare or anything. I don't know. It just croaked. And I gave it all the best store-bought foods and crickets and bugs and things and other goodies, and just woke up and it was just just died one day. Yeah. Old Marine Gunny says, I got that way after being married a while. Yeah, I don't know. And then, like I said, I had a bearded dragon, and I liked him a lot. He was a little buddy. Same thing, bearded dragons make for great lizard pets because they're very, very docile. They don't mind being handled. They have the kind of as much as a lizard can. They can have personalities to them. You feed them veggies and spinach and lettuce, but they also eat bugs and things. They have a very kind of omnivore, varied diet. Yeah, the one I had kind of looked like this actually. It was a very, very orangey looking guy. Well, kind of tannish orange. But yeah, I used to just let him sit outside so he can eat bugs and, well, not bugs, but like, leaves and maybe some bugs on this little perch, kind of like a little stand or something outside, while I would go outside and I'd wash stuff from its cage, because lizards, they are not like cats or dogs or whatever. They literally will just sit there and just crap right where they are. So I would go outside and I would, just wash stuff. And I've told this story a few times at this point, but yeah, a hawk literally right next to me, just floomp, landed right next to me, grabbed him, and took off with him. Just literally right next to me. So, yeah, my little, I think that's a female, but, little buddy just became hawk chow. And so, yeah, after losing my water dragon and losing my leopard gecko and then losing my bearded dragon, it's like, you know what? I think maybe I'm done with lizards as pets, because apparently I am just bad luck for them. So, maybe you should not get any more animals. Well, it's just lizards. I mean, lizards, again, the whole thing about lizards is they're not really affectionate pets. You might have heard people refer to other people having what's called lizard brain. It's because they only know 3 things, eat, sleep, and mate. Yeah, they're not terribly affectionate creatures. They kind of either tolerate you or they don't tolerate you. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, just bad luck, I guess. Yeah. I would just get a cat, you know, cats are cats. You know, I just kind of know what you get there. But yeah, unfortunately, the place I'm renting, I can't have cats, dogs, or other large pets. So no pet gators for me. Yeah. Lizard Army. Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, my bearded dragon, I had him since he was even smaller than this when I adopted him from the pet store. I mean, he was like basically the size of my pinky. And by the time, you know, like I said, a hawk ate him, he was a lot bigger. Yeah, kind of like about maybe this size, maybe a little bigger than that. And again, I just hand raised him, and you know, he would never hiss at me, never tried to bite me. I'd let him hang out with me and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, hopefully we won't run into any of these on Arrakis. Otherwise, I might be sad. I'd be like, oh yeah, they get kind of big though. You know, they get to be just like a like 5-pound lizard. And they can live for 8 years or something like that. But just mine turned into hawk chow. And just after that, I mean, that was very upsetting. So just after that, I didn't have the heart to get another one. Ended up selling all my lizard enclosures to a lady who she had a lot of pet lizards. So try birds. A lot to be said for parrots. Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing too is that you know, I'm home all the time, so that would almost arguably be better for a pet owner, right? You know, I'm just here all the time. I spend 23 hours a day in this house, so yeah, you know, I could. You know, whether it's a bird, a cat, a snake, or something, I'm always here. So yeah, every day, you know, I would feed my little bearded dragon. I'd give him what I'd do is I'd make sure he ate a salad first, like little salady stuff. Sometimes I'd get him raspberries, and then a couple times a week I would actually feed him live crickets or mealworms and stuff. And yeah, just a balanced lizard diet, and then a hawk ate him. Yeah. What server are you thinking of joining in Dune, and are you getting a private server? We are likely, unless this changes, like I said, I'm trying to coordinate with some other content creators. We are doing North America, US Central, Limbo. Think of the game Limbo, you know, the company that made Limbo and Outside. I'd like to see them make another games at some point. And then the Siege, we're going to shoot for Siege Nadir. Again, each Siege can only support 40 concurrent players at a time. I believe 300 players can register to a server, but only 40 can play at a time. Something along those lines. State of play is in like 16 minutes. The chat is yelling for Concord 2. I don't see that happening. Birds can learn to talk. That might not be good for you, Cap. Yeah, just I teach my pet parrot to, you know, say butthole every day. Here's a true story. My mother had a budgie. You know, the budgies, it's not like a cockatiel. It's one of those like smaller birds. I don't know if they're technically like mini parrots or something. I don't think so. Just a budgie, and it was like not antisocial. It was just a little fearful, which is weird because it was you know, raised in captivity, born in captivity, and it was a pet store bird. But it was never very sociable. So I spent months with that bird trying to get it to be acclimated to people, and then finally I'll never forget this, I actually walked into the kitchen with the bird sitting on my finger, and my mother's like, what well, how'd you do that? I was like, I spent months, you know, being kind and just being very, very patient with the bird, and then finally I got it to trust me enough to sit on my finger, and then after that it was actually, yeah, very sociable. It'd sit on your shoulder, it'd, you know, fly around, land on your head, and then it would actually hang out with people. So I helped it get over its fear of humans. Because you have to remember, to a small pet, you are this, like, you know, building, like, skyscraper-sized creature, and they think, well, you're gonna eat me. So you have to, you know, help get them acclimated to not be that way. And yeah, so it's a little bit. Like I said, I like pets. I grew up with a lot of pets. I never lived on a farm or anything, but I mean, man, I had lots of cats, lots of dogs, pets, lizards, snakes. I had a pet turtle. I've had pet lizards, all sorts of stuff. But the one thing that was very, 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 and I've told this story before, and it's not a good one. My mother at one point had a lovebird, and a lovebird I think is a type of small parrot, and that bird was very, very affectionate. It was a great bird. It'd run around. It was very vocal. It'd like whistle every time you'd walk around. We were trying to teach it words, and it was like trying to like, you know, just little things. My parents used to let it just, you know, kind of like walk around. It was weird. It was almost like a dog, a small dog. It would fly a little bit, but it liked to just kind of like walk around the house. And on Christmas Eve, while my father was wrapping a present for me, he dropped it and it landed right on the bird and killed it. Just squished it, killed it instantly. And boy, was that not a good day. Yeah, that was not a good Christmas Eve. So yeah, my mother was screaming because I was staying with them, because it was Christmas Eve, and I stayed in my old bedroom for the night, and yeah, that was not a good Christmas Eve. Yeah, it was Mango. It's my mother's pet lovebird, Mango. Very very cute bird. I used to do this thing where like bite little pieces of paper, newspaper, magazines, and stuff in it, like want to decorate itself. What was the gift? It was a gamer chair. Yeah, like one of these like sit back, lean back gamer chairs, and yeah, kind of squished it. Oh, we're being raided by Dread Captain James RBT. Welcome. Right. Exclamation point defender, chat. Let's do this.
There they go over there! Get him! Come on! Get him!
All right. I always pretend that I'm actually shooting xenomorphs when I do that. What kind of death? The instant kind. Yeah, no, it crushed it. And yeah, I'll never forget my dad was sitting on the sofa. He was just like, damn it. But he was holding it in his hand. Yeah, that was a brutal time. But hello, everyone. Welcome. So you're just in time. We are getting ready to watch the PlayStation State of Play. After this, we'll be jumping into No Man's Sky, which presumably Dread Captain James was streaming today. Oh yeah, yep. I see that. Welcome, James. Then again, thank you for the raid. From one captain to another, I do salute you. But yeah, we're unless things change last minute, we're going to be U.S. Central /Limbo/Siege Nadir. So, Captain James, are you planning on streaming Dune Awakening tomorrow? PlayStation Slate of Hate? Maybe. Cap, where can I get that gun? It's actually an airsoft gun. It's a brand called Matrix, I want to say. There are a few airsoft places that sell it. Man, I ate a turkey burger for lunch, and for some reason it's giving me the burps. Let's see, M41A, airsoft. Yeah, there's a few. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Like Evike or Evike.com has it. There are a few websites that have it. The Matrix. There's a couple different brands of them too. Let's see. Yeah, see, there's this one. This one is from Snowwolf, but it's not exactly super accurate. Well, kind of. But yeah, but this is literally the one I have. It's about $369. It was actually a gift from chat. But yeah, it is. This one is a pretty screen accurate one. Plus, it actually has an ammo counter. It is an airsoft gun though, so just remember it's an actual functional airsoft weapon. I painted, the orangey bits black because so I had to take the battery out because I was afraid I was going to shoot my monitor. Yeah. Honestly seems awesome. I played in 2 of the beta weekends. They had a press/content creator beta weekend and then an open beta weekend. And yeah, I'll be jumping in tomorrow. You actually use it as an airsoft gun? I don't know, because I didn't want to shoot holes through my monitor. But yeah, so it's a little on the pricey side, but it's nice because it's got some heft to it. It actually has the sliding grenade launcher thing, and it has a functional ammo counter. Yeah, it actually does have a functional ammo counter, which is pretty cool. So, but I used to have it charged. Like I got rechargeable 9-volt batteries, and every stream I used to have it on and charged. But yeah, I kind of got out of the habit after doing that for I don't know 7 years, something like that. Do you airsoft? I've never actually played airsoft. I was an avid paintball player when I was younger, but I've never done airsoft before. I mean, I've used them, sure, but I've never actually gone to an airsoft field. Where I live in the Tampa area, I think there are 2 or 3 airsoft companies that actually do airsoft stuff. Yeah, I've never tried it. Yeah, I've only ever done paintball. I used to play paintball a lot. Yeah. But yeah, plus LK says no, Cap uses real guns. Yeah, just as an aside, I also kind of an avid range shooter. I think right now I've got about 19 firearms. So yeah. Well, believe me, if I could get a real pulse rifle that actually worked, I certainly would. That would be awesome. But yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got about 9 minutes left before the PlayStation State of Play starts. So let me get that queued up. We're gonna just do a co-stream. I just bought myself a PS5 Pro. I already had a PS5. I just got a PS5 Pro. So I'm kind of interested to see what may be coming out. That's not Gran Turismo 7. That I might be interested in playing. I just kind of a belated birthday present for myself. I got a PS5 Pro and a PSVR 2, so that way I could do sim racing with it. More sim racing. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see. Where is the official? Let's see. PlayStation. Oh, that was very loud. Thank you, Sony. All right, so I guess has the stream not gone live yet? Let's see. Yeah, it says watch live on YouTube and Twitch. All right, so we're just waiting for that to... All right, looks like we still got about 8 minutes before this is supposed to go live. Thank you, Spotted Rusty. What about the No Man's Sky video first? I was going to show it after it. I've got all those videos queued up. We're going to go over the patch notes for No Man's Sky, and then I'm going to jump into the game for the rest of today. And then tomorrow is the start of Dune Day. The ghost of, yeah, boy. My boss thought it was hilarious. What was hilarious? Kigo Bear says your alien's gun is cool. Yeah, so this is the if you really hold on, so pull this up here. So this is based on the actual gun from the movie. This is the Armat Battle Systems M41A pulse rifle. It is a It's a 10mm full auto weapon that uses, I guess, 10mm explosive tip. Light armor piercing caseless ammo. Caseless ammo is a real thing. That's not just a sci-fi thing, but it's something that they developed that hasn't really caught on in the firearms world, but they actually did make it. Where instead of a bullet being lodged inside of either a brass, steel, or otherwise casing with a primer at the end, caseless ammo will either have a casing that's simply made of propellant or have a much lighter casing that's made out of like some kind of material with some propellant in it. And the goal for that, the entire goal for that was to make it where ammo didn't weigh so much and could be fired, I guess, electronically as opposed to with a primer, if I'm not mistaken. And here, let me do this just to make this a little clearer. Because I think the Sony Steam just went live, but yeah, it shows. This caseless ammunition was something that they did work on. It was kind of interesting tech. But yeah, here we go. Here is a picture of some of the designs. So basically the goal for this, if I'm not mistaken, was to make ammo lighter and to be triggered, I believe, electronically with electronic pulse or some kind of ignition system instead of a primer-based system. So yeah, the goal there was to just kind of have a quote-unquote caseless ammo system. So this is what it looks like. So when they said 10mm standard light armor piercing explosive tip caseless ammo, this is what they're referring to. Now, of course, there's in the movies, though the gun would pack 95 rounds into it, but as you can see here, even caseless ammo is, well, it's still got some bulk to it. So, anyways, but yeah, just a little bit of firearms history there. Does it come with explosive tips? Yeah, so it's a explosive tip ammo. Yeah, Big 80s. Oh, Big 80s. Yeah, we were literally just talking about it. I was just waiting for the stream to go live. So yeah, hold on, see you back up here. Yeah, we were just about to watch that, and I think it actually has gone live. So, but yeah, so that's what caseless ammo is supposed to be, but just never really caught on, sadly. But that's how the pulse rifle got its name, and the reason why it kind of quote unquote sounds the way it does in the movie Aliens is because it uses an electronic pulse to ignite the propellant that fires the bullet out. It has that weird sound to it, but that is why they called it the pulse rifle as opposed to just like a machine gun or otherwise. Yeah. It could still be loaded as normal ammo, though. There were preloaded bags? When you say could still be preloaded as normal ammo, are you saying that a gun designed for caseless ammo could still take regular ammo? If that's true, that's news to me. I've never read that before. All right, anyways, but yeah, of course, the Aliens pulse rifle, kind of one of the most famous weapons from sci-fi movies and things. But yeah, that's how it got its name, is because it uses caseless ammo that's fired with an electronic pulse. So, yeah, they also mentioned other. Well, God, here we go, talking about alien stuff. They also mentioned other weapon types in the future, the Aliens universe, but they didn't really show a lot of them. It wasn't until I think Alien Romulus that they showed, I think, plasma pulse rifles. So, which functioned a little differently. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Before I start yakking about aliens again, let's go ahead and tune in to the PlayStation live stream, which is going to be starting here in approximately 4 minutes. 4 Minuten. All right, here we go. Boom shakalaka. Alrighty, so let's pull this up. Thank you again for everyone sticking around from the raid. Again, after this, we will be jumping into. We'll read the No Man's Sky patch notes first, and then we will jump into the game and see everything that broke. Maybe. The experimental HK gun from the 80s uses them? Really? Okay, I've never used a caseless ammo weapon. I just only know of them, and I found out about them because of the movie Aliens. Yeah. Oh, guten Abend. Willkommen, Spoke a Joke. Hast du einen guten Tag heute? Dovakin, way ahead of you, buddy. way ahead of you. All right, let me see if I can update my stream category to special events. All right, there is that right there. And then, yeah, after this, we're going to jump back into No Man's Sky after being out of it since the last update. Yeah, I saw that flexible nut. I think I saw that well, because, you know, anytime a No Man's Sky patch comes out, sometimes things break. That's why just literally 30 seconds ago, it's like, yeah, we're going to log in and see what broke, as a loving, facetious mention, so to speak. Alright, there is that, but, yeah, it should be fun. You're right. Also, Richard, it was beacons. Yeah, and I know of that because in the early days of Star Citizen, when there wasn't really much to the persistent universe, there were what were called beacon missions in the very, very early days of the persistent universe. So that was kind of a big joke back then. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go do some bacon missions today, and it kind of stuck with me ever since. The G11. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Spider Rusty asks, "Is that a custom timer?" Yes, custom. It was custom made by PlayStation. All I'm on the PlayStation Twitch channel right now. So, although I should be watching this on YouTube because they have they can stream at a higher bitrate on YouTube. Twitch is getting ready. I signed up for the beta. They're getting ready to finally let people stream at 1440, but man, they are not giving people a high enough bitrate. I think the highest bitrate it supports right now is 7.5. It's either 7.5 megabits per second. I'm sorry, not 7. It's 7,500 megabits or kilobits per second. I'm trying to remember. It's kilobits per second. And for 1440 streaming, that's not enough. It's just not enough data throughput for it. Sorry, I was kind of trying to remember all my figures here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I game at 1440, but Twitch is not ready. It's simply not ready for 1440. But they are beta testing it now. I signed up for the beta test. I might try it, but yeah, you really need to be at like 10 or 12 at the minimum for 1440, in my opinion. Let me know when we get to 2160p. Might be a while. Are they going to add BLTs to No Man's Sky, Sabretooth? The whole bacon thing was kind of a roundabout reference to Beacon. Again, the actual title is No Man's Sky Beacon. It was just kind of a beacon bacon type joke. Yeah. All right, here we go, chat. 30 seconds and closing. I'm thinking I'm going with a Mentat Trooper build with the water usage gather buff from the Planetologist. All right, gotcha. I'm hoping to go with a Trooper build and not die terribly often, hopefully. Let me know when I could just have you stream from my house, IRL style. LK, if you have some kind of, like, I don't know, McMansion or something where I can stream from one of your bedrooms, I'd consider it. So, all right, here we go, chat. In 3, 2, 1, let her rip. Sorry.
Emotion running through our veins, heartbeat, love is making waves. Emotion running through our veins. Heartbeat, love is making waves. I'm facing my fears, not backing away. I'm facing my fears, not backing away. We're touching skin to skin, the blood is that we're in. We're feeling everything, we're only human. No superheroes can save us all in the end. We'll break away, we'll bend, we're only human. Emotion running through our veins. Heartbeat, love is making waves.
Ah, Lumines arise. I'd like to make my Lumine arise every morning. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry.
Hello from Enhance. I'm Tetsuya Mizuguchi. ディレクターの石原隆です。ルミネスアライズのトレーラー楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。この秋、PlayStation 5、PSVR2 対応で発売予定です。ルミネスアライズはバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、いつまでも遊びたくなるゲーム体験となっています。その世界はとても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚の世界へと導きます。まあよくある普通のパズルゲームってことだよね。Emotional damage。テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲームではありません。夏にシングルとマルチプレイの体験版を配信予定です。ぜひ皆さん手に取って遊んでみてください。Thank you and enjoy the rest of State of Play.
All right, here we go, chat. This is the PlayStation State of Play. Kind of the annual update for all things PlayStation. Usually waking up and it's not recommended.
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning to reality. With our third generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future.
This is Mind's Eye?
Delphi Corporation.
Let's see about getting passed through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are. All better.
Hey, it's Newt from Aliens.
You patched me up.
I am DI03367. They are pragmatic.
Hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something?
I recognize that voice.
Good. Get behind me!
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through.
That voice sounds very familiar.
Bypassing first and second firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Pragmata.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am DI.
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Is that Sam Witwer? That kind of sounded like Sam Witwer to me. It kind of sounded like him. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, not till next year. Oh, I see. Could be fun. Yeah, but yeah, she very much reminds me of Newt from the movie Aliens. Of course, apparently she's like some kind of robot or whatever.
Oh, hey, today is Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome, I love curry.
Speaking
I
of
like curry.
apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
Curry time.
Romeo! Romeo! Stay
Holy
with Grandpa! You're gonna die! Romeo, listen up! You're gonna die in about 15 seconds! Seriously? Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear Life Support System. Don't move, okay?
What the hell is this?
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're dead man.
I'm a dead
What the? This
This looks very, very Japanese to me. RoboCop meets No More Heroes? Maybe. Yeah, I like the music. Oh wait, it looks like it's gonna be a kind of a mashup of a different...
Romeo is a dead man. Coming 2026.
Looks like a mashup of a bunch of different games.
Huh? That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit? I'm on your back. What?
皆さんこんにちは。グラスホッパーの役者の須田剛一です。いえ。皆さんトレーラーどうでした？グラスホッパーの久々の新作ロミオ・イザ・デッドマンです。いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオがロミオ・スターゲイザーかっこいいでしょ。時空犯罪 FBI 捜査官として、凶悪なですね指名手配犯をさまざまな時空に飛んで、倒していく、そんな、ブラッディなアクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません、銃も使えます。ストロングスタイルのアクションゲームとして、チーム一丸となって頑張って作ってます。そしてなんで、タイトルがですねロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは皆さんぜひ続報をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけどおめでとうございます。それでは引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
Oh, it looks like it might be interesting. Wonder if these are all going to be PlayStation exclusives, though.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。裏切り者。
Silent Shill. Oh, yeah.
誰もいないの？足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がうろつき回ってるし。いや！キラコ！
Boogity boogity. Yeah, it's Silent Hill. The games are supposed to be pretty weird. I never actually played any of them, but the first Silent Hill movie was pretty good. The second one was just awful. It was a really bad sequel. But the first movie is pretty creepy. I liked it. That looks normal.
にいるの？
Maybe they'll kiss.
ひな子はいいよね。何でも持ってる。そんなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする。一人は嫌だよ。寂しいよ。
Kind of creepy, to be honest.
ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね。暗いのは嫌。一人ぼっちは嫌。
I've got the weirdest boner right now. Just.
錯誤。
Oof.
裏切り者。
Yeah, 3 creepy, 5 mean.
ain't right, but it's fun.
Thanks. Alrighty, well there. Yes, exactly. A run for the hills, but just not the silent hills. Dovekin, it's short for when you poop your pants while playing this game. Silent Hilf. Hilfe mich. Oder Hilfe mir.
The castle has been sighted again.
Oh no.
The Church's orders are absolute. These human sacrifices must be stopped. We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand. This mission will test the limits of your courage. You will face horrors beyond
I was
your
about to do the
darkest
YMCA thing there for a second.
Beasts.
Yeah, I was thinking
defiant
Castlevania as well, maybe.
creatures born of pure darkness.
Big ol' anime titties. That thing took a dump on them for a second. It's kind of a weird animation style.
With me! Cross! Reaper!
Tonight, we start our mission!
Ah, Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement. So there's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which was the previous game, or one of the previous games, I guess. Bloodstained.
So you've come, dogs of the church, right into the palm of my hand.
I think the protagonist in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was a lady, wasn't it?
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical.
Invest in Bitcoin. Invest
Counting on you,
in
Agent.
Bitcoin. Man, if you could lose 8 years of your life in the future for 8
Our
years,
ultimate
or
mission
to go
is
back
to
8
uncover
years,
the
I
causality
would.
Between these anomalies.
It's probably
I would invest
the
heavily into
electron
Bitcoin.
life form. Is that what you call us Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for? I remember you guys.
Who or what is that? You really don't know anything about the digital world?
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world?
Stop it! That egg is very important!
The World Tree has been attacked.
It is just as the Great One, Plutomon, said.
It can't protect anyone. We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding on
to
you.
move forward into the future.
We must fulfill our mission. Agent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just... Ugh. If only, you know, hindsight's 2020. Square penis.
Oh, Father.
Oh, I recognize that
abandon
sound.
not your way with children of
Chocobos!
Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the Father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall upon your crown.
Is this like a remake of Final Fantasy Tactics?
Long enough. It ends now.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles.
Do you remember when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Yeah, another tactics game. I never played it, but a buddy of mine was a huge fan of these games. The only Final Fantasy game I ever beat was Season 1 of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news
What the
and
heck?
release dates for games coming to PS5
Welcome, Maddie.
later this year.
This is the PlayStation State of
We
Play,
hope you
a
enjoyed that
showcase
first
of
look at
upcoming
Final
games.
Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles.
Oh, really? Okay.
The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles.
I kind of like the older version, or older style better. Maybe that's just me.
Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
This next game is
No,
something
Red Burger,
really
this is just
special.
us watching
when
it to
I first
watch it.
played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal.
Is this baby steps?
Hey, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
You can watch.
In baby steps, all you have to do is carefully place one foot in front of the other, which is easier said than done.
I can't
Main
wait to play
character
this.
Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open-world experience filled with oddball characters.
Here we go. Not that. Oh no, you found it even without a map. The best toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Definitely check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
I believe it's made with by the same guy who did Getting Over It, like Bennett Foddy. I think he started some company that they're making that game. I think.
Hirogami is a unique action-adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore.
Loud.
In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with distinct abilities, including a paper airplane, a nimble frog, a hardy armadillo, and a powerful ape. Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer.
I think they first showed that at Game Awards last year.
Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shots series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest character roster ever. Compete in courses from 10 different regions around the world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants. Pre-orders begin later today. And those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early unlockable character.
Yeah, Wikipedia would be happy about that.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September 5th.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual protagonists from rival clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising. And longtime fans will really love the pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring guest composers from the original series.
I think the only Ninja Gaiden I ever played through was the very, very first one.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound arrives July 31st on PS5 and PS4.
I was in a retro gaming phase and finally did that.
From the game makers, Cairn is a survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain. Manage balance and stamina to discover secrets.
Hey!
Secrets?
Hey, wait for me!
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
Whee!
You can give it a try yourself with a demo that arrives later today. That's all from us, but there's still a lot of State of Play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
Their next erection arriving
We knew
now.
pretty early on that the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
We knew that we were onto something.
Come here. Get over here. It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat fatality.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
There was no template to make the games. It's a bit of the Wild West.
Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
Flawless victory. Finish him.
No, really, just be like, ugh. Let's see. Sega Genesis, I got you, believe. I never did own a Sega growing up. I always had Nintendos and PlayStations. Minchu, thank you for gifting a sub to LK the Third. All right, yes, LK, sorry about the ads there, buddy, but now you won't have to worry about those ads for the next. Ooh, look at that. I won't have to worry about those ads for a month. So it's good.
Control here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing this. Snake Eater?
Where did he go?
He's got a gator helmet.
Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Voting like this, it's a revolution.
All right, Commander.
Baby.
Take this. Here comes it, number one.
You won't get away from me. Time for you to taste some real pain. What's the matter? I'm over here. Go back to your own world.
Pew pew.
See you in hell. I'll grind you into nothing. What the?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. What the hell?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
What the hell is this? Yoink. Weird. I think they advertised that, what, like 2 years ago?
Stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams.
Dweens.
Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
Elden Ring clone number 437.
What makes a shogun?
Brogan.
Here's my answer.
Really, Red Baroque? Can you find me like a picture that shows the differences between the two, or maybe just a picture of the two?
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell.
It's pronounced Nio or Neo? Nio 3? I know, I'm just shooting off.
Warrior?
Jeff.
Tokugawa.
Jeff Samurai.
Takachio.
Oh, okay. Neo. Okay, gotcha.
皆さんこんにちは。チーム忍者の安田です。戦国死にゲーシリーズの最新作「仁王3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションはシリーズおなじみの侍スタイルに加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加。
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。
I don't know. I think they both kind of look good in their own way.
プレイステーション5で体験版も配信いたしますので、ぜひプレイしてご意見をいただければと思います。2026年の発売に向け、続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the way they both look.
No one knows how old the city really is.
No one blows.
For me, it's all I've ever known.
That's okay, Red Brook. Variations on a similar theme. Darwinism.
I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever I need to survive.
Oh, it looks like a VR game? Yeah, it's a VR game.
This
Gydos.
city hides many lost and legendary treasures. Locked away.
Yeah, I literally just bought a VR2, PlayStation
waiting
VR2.
to be taken. But some treasures come with more trouble than others.
Not yet, Red Broke. I just haven't had a lot of time to set it up. I was gonna try to set it up last Sunday, but last Sunday I ended up working on stream stuff most of the day, and then we did Sunday movie night, and that takes up like 4 hours. And...
Cleo has uncovered a formula for a cure, but she's keeping it safe in her tower.
Hey, you got some hosing?
Marketland seems a bit tense today. I heard something happened with another Tidewalker.
So LK, this is the PlayStation State of Play. PlayStation, of course, is made by Sony, who is a Japanese company. So it is going to largely be a showcase of Japanese titles for reasons, but some other variety as well.
The planet has been dying. Plastemia has taken everything from us. But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
It's aqua herpes.
Hey, you! Stop right there!
And it's up to you now to use that power.
Ooh. Oh gosh, got the yawns.
Marauders, this is our new recruit! Please, help me. Get down!
Tidewalkers, will you help us?
Why is it so colorful? I don't know. It's a good question.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Doucet, the game director of Astrobot. It's a pleasure to be back today to share more news with you. What the last few months it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot launched last September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for.
Won
In
Game of the
October,
Year
we added
at the Game
5
Awards.
speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels, all of which came at no additional cost. And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astrobot, bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets.
Damn.
New special bots will be there too, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year, with a slight twist, so be on the lookout for more news coming soon. From all of us at Team Asobi, thank you all for the amazing reception you gave our game, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Smoke a joke. You just turned down the saturation on your PC or control or TV.
My old man always said to me, he told me to get a ship.
Boom.
Then it hit me all so clear. No old man just got a ship.
That's interesting, Dovahkiin.
Memories go, memories stay. We're chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays. Standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If Burke Black is watching this right now, he's probably pretty excited for another sea ship game. Pirate ships or otherwise. Yeah, we should watch Moana this weekend. Interesting. Looks like they're all made out of wood. For Sunday movie night, we did, yeah. When the second new Dune movie came out, we did a extended movie night to watch both movies back to back. I don't know, maybe we could do it again. I like the music. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I would have liked Skull and Bones more, but I don't know. I just kind of, after playing it, I was like, eh. Playing Skull and Bones just made me want to play Sea of Thieves, which is, honestly, in my opinion, a lot more fun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Up there it goes. My internet might have been dying again. Yeah, yesterday my internet went out yesterday, but thankfully it was not me this time. Just a little bit of buffering. I'm actually considering switching to fiber. They finally started offering fiber in my neighborhood, and I'm considering making the switch. And they're doing a kind of a promo where it's like you get a discounted rate for the first year and then it goes up, but my internet bill went up last year anyways, so good. As someone who used to skateboard, seeing that thin of something that you're like skating on bothers me. I never liked skinny skateboards. I skated a lot and I have the scars to prove it. What company for fiber? Frontier, which I know is kind of... I've heard mixed reviews of Frontier Internet. For me, uptime is a very important thing. Sword of the Sea, or at least that's something, but yeah, I just... I usually used, when I skated, I usually was at 7.75 or 8-inch
Hi everyone,
board.
I'm Kristen Zatani. That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team
Starlink
behind
is terrible
Axie
for
and
streaming.
Atlas.
It's probably terrible for gaming as
We're
well.
excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
It's because of the lag. Like the
On June
ping is
17th,
not good.
Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world,
I mean, it might get there
Control,
someday,
you
Dovakin,
and
but
two
yeah, it's
fellow
just right now the
agents
ping
must
is
confront and
terrible
contain
with
the
Starlink.
reality-warping chaos found within the oldest house.
Like if you're just downloading
Fun and
stuff, it
short
doesn't
bursts
matter,
or
sort
deep
of.
dives,
But
FBC Firebreak launches
for
day
gaming
one
and
in the
streaming,
game
it's
catalog
just
on June
not
17th.
an acceptable speed yet, or not acceptable ping, because it's literally going to outer space
The
and back.
PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer. The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June 17th.
Deus.
In July, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US.
Erect countries.
Additionally, 2 of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil 2
I mean, Smoke
and
and Jug,
Resident Evil 3 will
I'm
arrive
sure we'll get
later
there
this summer
eventually.
in the Classics catalog. Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th.
I couldn't beat Myst, or
Days
at
of
least
Play is a 2-week event
didn't really
that includes
try.
bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more. Visit PlayStation Blog and PlayStation.com for full details.
I got you, Argonine. Yeah, I'll have to inquire within, but having a
His
higher
parents
upload
cut
would
their
be
own
nice.
rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority, same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
He looks familiar.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bond.
Do you have an appointment?
James
Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
Ooh, let's see the car. It's a Q.
So you shouldn't have.
Oh,
We're
you missed.
facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Wait.
Tell me,
What do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Wait, they made James Bond an American in this game? What? It kind of sounds like.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought he had an American accent for a second. I was like, no way, that'd piss off a lot of people. But maybe this is supposed to be 007 when he's like in his like early in his career as a 007 or 00 agent, so to speak. Double bro.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Interactive. The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Flight. You'll experience James Bond as a young air crewman in the Royal Navy.
Ah, there it is.
The tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status.
Ah, there's your answer.
Everyone at Interactive has poured their passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
Ghost of Bro Tie.
You're still with me?
Sure, why not? It's like the Gamork from Neverending Story. Yeah. Really? $1 billion. That's awesome. Yeah, Bond franchise has had, what, like 20 films? Japanese Marvel? I guess so. I used to play a lot of like the Capcom fighting games when I was younger, like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. It's Ghost Rider. You know, I still have not seen the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie, come to think of it. I need to watch that someday. Hey look, it's Robert Downey Jr. again. Wait a minute. So they showed Hulkbuster armor, but no Hulk? Nah, I got you, Dunpeel. It's interesting that I had the Iron Man Hulk armor, but no actual Hulk. There were two Ghost Rider movies. Was he in both of them, or just two different ones? Here's $1 billion, please go away. Yeah, I wish. Man, I wish I could do that. Just pester Jeff Bezos into giving me literally any money, other than the money from your Prime subs, which you can use right now. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime and you have Twitch, connect them both to have Twitch Prime, where you can subscribe for free. Plus, you get free games every month and in-game loot for a lot of fun, popular games.
の友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で、実はアクの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを作ってみないかというような提案をいただきまして、いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。で、世界的に本当に有名な IP ですし、光栄だなと思いつつも、まず本当にうちの会社で大丈夫かなという不安もあり。
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom and wanting to say, why isn't PlayStation in this space?
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the
right,
tag fighting genre. And that got us really excited because we had worked with them before on successful stuff like the Marvel Spider-Man franchise with Insomniac.
When it came to approaching Marvel, you have to kind of first float the idea and let them know, hey, we're thinking about approaching a company like Arc System Works to make a fighting game. We'd love to partner with you to do this really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and then just uppercutting that challenge into the stratosphere. And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring if they tried.
社長からも本当に作れるんだったらぜひやりたいねっていうことを言われました。話を受けてしまった以上これは私がプロデューサーなのかなっていうところで。
The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
I feel like I have a good grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of, here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they take on a Marvel IP. And what came up was something that went beyond that.
一番最初にマーベルさんに提出した時はなんとなくマイケルさんの反応はあんまり芳しくなかった印象があって、何がまずいのかなっていろいろやっぱり直接話していくうちにもっとアークのやりたいマーベルを見せてくれというような話をいただいたことがあって。
I remember personally the first time I saw Iron Man was really when I felt we had something special.
なので今回のアイアンマンのデザインを皆さんご覧いただければ分かると思うんですけども、かなり日本らしいアーク式のデザインっていうのが出ているかなと思うので、マーベルの皆さんの反応がすこぶる良くて、あ、これなんだみたいないう感じで。
Iron Man is supposed to be the sleek fighter jet, think luxury race car mixed with a brick house. And the fact that they added anime mech elements to him just felt really naturally at home.
One of the mantras that we have for this project is from Japan to the world, and really trying to take not just the IP but gameplay mechanics and say, what can we really take from Japan, the creators that are doing awesome work here, and bring that to the global platform.
特別なところいっぱいあるんですけど、本当にやっぱり強調すべきは、格闘ゲームのチーム バトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的なところだというところと
When Ark looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in that what is that pop? What is going to be something that's different? Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to change up the gameplay that I think players are going to be very excited to see.
今回4対4という革新的なところにチャレンジしている中で4キャラクター練習しないと勝てないんじゃないのとか安心してください。
Learning 4 characters is extremely daunting, but the team at Arc System Works has found a way to design a system that adapts to your playstyle. So you could either duke it out as just the leader and 3 assists, or you can tag in your assists to swap the leader and change the matchup on the fly.
I don't think a lot of people thought this day would be here, would come. You know, this has just been an awesome journey, and I'm excited that we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production, and it's just a dream to even be working with these two great partners.
それは決してビジネスという枠組みではなくて、それぞれの強い思いの中でこのタイトルを成功させよう、いいゲームにしてファンに届けようと。
The 3 companies have come together to do this, and I think we really are going to make something magical here.
このタイトルですね、まだまだ開発途中ではありますが、続々とキャラクターも発表していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター以外のコンテンツというところも今後いろいろ出ていくと思います。今しばらく楽しみにお待ちいただければなと思います。Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, there it is. It's interesting that they had like, 7 heroes, but then they had one evil guy, Dr. Doom, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. No Hulk, though.
You're still with me?
I am. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Snake Eater. Might be the first time I actually beat a Metal Gear game.
Truly unavoidable.
Yeah, they'll probably add more as they go. Yeah, because there was no Thor either, right? So. Not saying it has to be, all the folks from the Avengers, but I did Dovahkiin, I never beat it. Yeah. All right, yeah, I guess the, what is it, the next State of Play is going to be Wednesday, June 4th? Wait, no, I mean, June 4th. Today is June 4th. I was about to say, wait, what? God, I still feel like it was May. All right, well, there you go. So there is that. All right, well, yeah, that's, yeah, there it is. All right, well, that's the end.
Finally!
All right, well, that's your, I was about to say, it's like, wait a minute, June 4th, that's today. Okay, if that was the whole showcase, I was not impressed. Glad I upgraded my PC. Yeah, well, I mean, there's some games there that I'm interested in. Is that what, Dovahkiin, is that what you felt the State of Play sounded like today? Hey, Sticky, welcome. Beacon. Oh yeah, Jen and Ty, we're gonna jump into Beacon here in just a sec. Is the James Bond game a PlayStation exclusive? I don't know. Let's take a look here. All right, hold on, give me a sec here. Let's see. James Bond game PlayStation exclusive. Oh, let's type in new. Let's see. No, it says 007, this is according to Google, is set for release in 2026. 007 First Light will be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch 2, surprising, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store. So it sounds like they're like, no, this is James Bond, we want this to be released everywhere, so... I've seen better showcases than IKEA. I like IKEA. I really like IKEA's snack bar. I haven't had their Swedish meatballs in a long time. Yeah, well, anyways, yeah, shout out to Sony and PlayStation for showing that. Okay.